On this video, what I am going to uh, try to do, is to read the section in Matthew chapter 5, 33 to 37 in Greek and then in Hebrew, and look at the grammar as we do it. We'll be doing it verse by verse, doing a diglot comparison. It reads, Palin ekusater chaterethe tois archaiois uk epiorkeses apadoses de to kyriou tous orkusu. Again, you have heard that it has been written by those in old or former times, you shall not swear falsely, but you shall render to the Lord your oath. Notice akusate is your aorist indicative active, second person plural from akuo, and then you have heard that it has been said, erethe is your aorist indicative passive, third person singular from lego, by them of old. You shall not, epior case is your future indicative active, second person singular from epior kao, and this actually means to swear falsely, or like to break an oath. So you shall not break an oath, but you shall give apadose to the Lord your oath. Notice here, apadose again is your future indicative active, second person singular from apadidomi. So that is the Hebrew rendering. In other words, don't try to make an oath and not be telling the truth, and you can thinking that you can get by with it, is what I believe Jesus is saying. The Hebrew translation reads, Od shemartim ki ne'amar lekad monim lo tishava la shaker vishalem le Adonai shevuotecha. That is, again, you have heard that it has been said by them of former times, you shall not swear to falsehood or to a lie, but you shall render to the Lord your oath. Notice shemartim is your yet you have heard, perfect and or cow, perfect, second masculine plural from shama. Yet you have heard that it has been said. Notice ne'amar is from amar, a nifal perfect, third masculine singular from namar. It has been said by them of old, you shall not swear. Lo tishava is from shava. Here I believe we have a nifal, imperfect, second masculine singular from shava. Notice it would have been 10 shava if we were looking at the historical development where the noon of the nifal has assimilated into the sheen. So you shall not swear la shaker, for a lie, or we could say almost to make it a lie, but you shall render v'shalem, but render to the Lord your oath. Notice shalem is the PL imperative, masculine singular from shalem, second masculine singular, or masculine singular, I should say. You shall render to the Lord your oath. And then we go to verse 34, back to the Greek, and it reads then, Ego delego humen me amasai halos, meta into urano hatetranas estin tu lahu. But I say to you, do not swear at all, not to swear. Notice amosai here in the is an aorist infinitive. I say to you, literally, not to swear at all. Meda into urano hatetranan estin tu theou. Not in heaven, because it is the throne of God. So, in other words, it looks like what they were saying here. I'm saying to you not to swear uh, from omnumi, to swear. That aorist infinitive that we had mentioned here, active infinitive. It seems to me that they were saying, I take an oath, but I'm going to swear by heaven, uh, and then get by with it, as long as you don't use the name of God. But Jesus said, no, that won't work, because heaven is the throne where God dwells. Looking at the Hebrew, it reads then in verse 34, Aval ani omer lachem lo tishava'u kol shavua lo vashamayim ki kisei Elohim hema. That is, yet, but I say to you, I am saying to you, do not swear any oath. Notice here, omer is your cal participle masculine singular from amar. I say to you, do not swear. Teshavu. Here we have shava, to swear. A nifal, imperfect in the plural. Do not swear, second masculine plural. Do not swear any oath, from shava. Not in heaven, lo vashamayim ki kisei Elohim hema, for that is the throne of God. Notice the two nouns in construct here, kisei Elohim. That's where God's throne is. So don't swear by heaven, because that's the throne of God. It is interesting, as we're looking at this, I would like to just read as well the Latin of this particular verse, and to see how Jerome had rendered it, of these particular verses, I should say, looking at verse 33 and following. Here it is. Et terem audistis qui dictum es antiquis, non periurabis redis autem domino juramenta tua. That is, you have heard that it has been said by them of old, do not swear, but you shall give to the Lord your oaths. Ego autem dico vobis, but I say to you, non jurare, do not swear omnino at all, nequo per caelum, neither by heaven, quia thrones die est, for that is the throne of God. And then we go on to the next verse, back to the Greek then. Mete ente ge hate hupa padian estin ton padon autu, ute es Jerusalema hate palus estin tu magalu basileos. That is, neither by earth, because it is the footstool of his feet. In other words, if you swear by earth, that's his footstool. Going back to Isaiah, where in Isaiah 66, we have that reference. But then it goes on, Uta es Jerusalema, neither by Jerusalem, hate palis estintu magalu basileos. For that is the city of the great king. You cannot say, I swear by Jerusalem, because that's the city of the great king, of the Lord. And then going back to the Hebrew translation, it reads, Velo ba'aretz ki hadom ragla, not by the earth, for that is the throne of his feet, or his footstool of his feet. Velo Berushalayim ki hi kiryat melech, nor by Jerusalem, for that is the city of Melech Rab, of the great king. And so, again, the Hebrew is saying the very same thing. You don't swear by the earth, for that's where God's feet dwell, nor by the city of Jerusalem, for that's the city of the great king. So you can't just say, I'm going to swear and take an oath and use Jerusalem and get by with it. Jesus is saying, no, that's the city of the great king. And then the Latin version reads very, again, close to the Greek. Here we go. Let me just read it here. Nequa per terram, not by the earth, quia scabilim estin pedum eius, for that is the footstool of his feet. Nequa per Erasalimam, neither by Jerusalem, quia civitas as magni ragis, for that is the city of the great king. Again, very close to the Greek text. Then we come to verse 36. Mete inte kephalesu amases, hate udunasai mian trika lucain poiesai a melainon. Notice, neither by your head should you swear. From omnimi again. Notice here we have an aorist subjunctive, second person singular from omnimi, because you are not able, dunasai, you are not able to make one hair white or black. Notice here, poiesai is your aorist infinitive active from poieo. So you cannot make one hair white or black. And I'm very much aware of that. As I get older, I cannot make my hair black again. I could dye it, but it's not going to be made black by just wanting it to happen or try to make it happen. And so then as we look at the Hebrew text of that verse, it reads this way: Af beroshecha, do not swear by your head, al tishavea, do not swear by your head, ki ein bihaltecha la'afok se'ar echad lelaven o leshachor. That is, not by your head should you swear. You should not swear. And again, we have a nifal imperfect second masculine singular from shava. For you, for it is not in your capability to turn one hair to be white or to be black. Notice lehafok is the cow infinitive construct from hafak, and so you cannot turn one hair to white or black. And very close to the Greek, the Latin then reads nequa per capituum iura veris, that is, neither should you swear by your head, quia non potes unum capillum album facere aut negrum, for you are not able to make one hair white or black. Notice facere is your infinitive, to make one hair white or black, present infinitive. Then we go to verse 37 to finish this section. So as we go to verse 37, it then reads, Esto de halagas humon, nai, tadem perason tuton ek tu paneru estin. But let your speech be yes, yes, no, no. And what is more than these is of the evil one, which I think here is referring to Satan, is of the evil one. So as we look at this esto, let your speech be, here we have a present imperative, third masculine singular from a me. So let your speech be yes, yes, or no, no. That is, your speech just needs to be a simple yes or no. Don't put an oath to it. And in other words, be honest. Don't try to get out of something by swearing by your head. For you are not able to make one hair white or black. But let your speech be yes, yes. And we talked about this esto again as the imperative third masculine singular from a me. And then looking at the Hebrew of that verse, it reads, Hein lo, you are not able, one second here, neither by your head, for you're not able to make one hair, but let your words be, Af yehi devarchem, hein, lo, lo. Let your words be, yes, yes, hein, and lo, lo. By the way, hein means here in the way it's rendered yes, agreeing with the Greek, and lo, lo, no, no. Vahayoter, and that which is beyond me'ela min harahu, that which is beyond these things is from the evil, and we could translate this the evil one. Hayoter is from yatar, to do more or to add, and here we have a participle, a cow participle masculine singular from yatar, for what is more than these is from the evil one. And I'm understanding hara, as it's rendered in the Hebrew here, to be the evil one. And then looking just briefly at the Vulgate rendition, it reads, Sit autem sermo vestum. Let your word be est, non, non. Yes, yes, no, no. Quod autem his abundantius est, amalu est. And what is more than this, is from, or than these, is from, and I guess we could render this malo, is from evil or the evil one. So, what I think Jesus is teaching very simply is just be honest. Uh, don't try to take an oath at that time he's speaking and swear by something thinking you can get by with it. Just be honest. In other words, don't swear, let's say, by heaven because that's God's throne, or by earth because that's the footstool of his feet, or uh, swearing by your head where you cannot make one hair white or black. So the essence of what he's really teaching, or by Jerusalem, for that's the city of the great king. The essence of what he's teaching is simply just be truthful, yes or no. You don't need to swear at all. Just swear by the Lord himself. So don't be dishonest, is really what he's saying. Be truthful in all that you say and do. So let me stop there, and I hope it would be enjoyable to some. I enjoy working through this. Um, it's a challenge, and especially to hear the words of our Lord.